10. Katsute Kami Data Kimono Tachi. This anime shows just how much PTSD in a war can do to a person, whether it's a normal human or a half-beast, half-human being called an incarnate. The atrocities they had to commit and the conditions they had to work under in the war left their psyche damaged and in shambles. Losing all sense of reason and resolving only to violence, they were driven mad. Their captain and former comrade took it upon himself to try and help those who accept the help and hunt who are hopeless cases and beyond any redemption. Damn, hunting your old friends and brothers in arms sure is harsh, which is exactly why Hank ended up on this list, resolving himself to do what is right no matter the consequences. He'll face a lot of new enemies, as well as old friends. How traumatic will this experience be for him? I guess we need to watch and find out. Nine. Majutsushi, Orphan Hagure Tobi. I'm gonna be frank here with you guys. As someone that watched the original, I was excited to discover that there was a remake for it. However, watching the remake, my smile suddenly turned into a frown as I suffered through watching this show, cringing so hard throughout. As a remake, this show is boring, bland, and all over the place trying to have a plot, but even failing at that, and the animation wasn't even that good either. Honestly, save yourselves the time and brain cells lost. Just go watch the original. It's way better and more fun than this abomination. 8. Roka no Yusha. From a scrawny, weak child into a powerful, skilled fighter that can take on a complete battalion, that's one hell of a transformation, don't you think? Not only that, he's then chosen as one of the 6 heroes that will free the world from the threat of the Demon Lord threatening the peace. However, when the time comes and the heroes gather together, they're 7 instead of 6, which leads them to the conclusion that one of them is an imposter, and the call falls on our poor MC. Now, he has to evade the attempts of the other heroes to bash his skull in, while trying to find out the truth and reveal who the real imposter is. 7. Crossange. Oh god, talk about poetic justice XD. In this anime, a power called mana exists, and with its wielders able to use it and some not so much called the Norma. These Norma are shunned, hated, persecuted, and treated as outcasts, with the cruel princess being the most one encouraging that policy. However, on her 16th birthday, there was no celebration or balloons. She was sent off to the military and stripped of her royal title for one reason. The one persecuting Normos all this time went out to be one of them as well, XD. She's shipped off to the military where she is raped and taught to ride the Gundams to fight the dragons. Well, the enemies in this world are called dragons, but they're not actually dragons, they are dragons, quote unquote. This anime has a lot of Yuri scenes, enough to satisfy the horniest guy alive, and with the nature of the show being an uncensored ecchi, everyone is guaranteed to have a nice time watching it. Just do me and yourself a favor, watch it alone. 6. Ajin. The plot revolves around a mysterious human-like race known as Ajin, which first appeared in Africa 17 years ago. They were labeled as a threat to mankind, as they could use their powers to do evil things. After that, if ever an Ajin is found, they must be arrested by their local police so that they may never harm a human being ever. Somewhere else, studying hard to become a professional doctor, Kei Nagai is at high school with no detailed knowledge whatsoever of the Ajin. He's only seen them in news, every now and then, but that's about it. Students are taught about these creatures, and that they shouldn't be considered human, but Kei never pays attention in class. His perilously small grasp on this particular subject proves to be completely pointless, because as soon as survives an accident that should have killed him, he realizes that he's died and reborn as an Ajin, and that his days of suffering have begun. However, as he realizes the differences between humans and Ajin might not be that stark, his inner powers begin to grow and take a hold over him. Like all Ajin, Kei has immortal with the ability to paralyze anyone with his screams. Truly, dark power is within him. 5. Owari no Seraph. The history of the tragic life of Yuichiro is a complicated subject to explain, to say the least. He was experimented on by his parents for many years, like a lab rat. His father tried to kill him, but was unsuccessful. His parents sold him off to the greatest magical syndicates out there. And even in the orphanage, where he lived with other children he considered his family, his memories were erased 7 times. And all this happened to him before he even made it to the age of 7. What really made him the man he is today was the failure of the escape plan he and Michaela devised to escape with the children out of the orphanage to not be sucked dry out of their blood. In the aftermath, there was only 2 survivors, and all the other children died in the process, since it was a trap set up for them. Escaping the orphanage, Yu is found by the Moon Demon Company and is enlisted in their ranks to take his revenge on the vampires. Told you his past is complicated. As to make things worse, his best friend now is the vampire himself. 4. Tower of God. The show that gave us the most hated character of 2020, Tower of God, was the Walmart version of Hunter x Hunter that fans didn't ask for, but would take it away because it's free. Seeing Bam go from that crybaby kid who's afraid of everything to one of the biggest chads the webtoon universe has ever seen is amazing, and it gives the fans what the old anime was all about, changing your own self through hard work, determination, and dedication, while making sure your vision stays clear the entire time. Sure, the first season of the anime ended at a weird spot, leaving behind a lot of questions unanswered, but it's sure to make a return soon. And with things how they are right now, it's safe to say that the hype is going to be real. Three. Claymore. Claire, the weakest Claymore of her generation, is on a mission to destroy the number 2 Claymore, Priscilla, the one that backstabbed her mentor, Teresa, in an unfair attack while she was dropping her guard. The whole series revolves around the final battle Claire is going to have with Priscilla to put her down once and for all and avenge the death of Teresa. She even accepted to become a Claymore willingly, which is an unprecedented act to say the least. The battle won't be an easy one to say the least. Claire has to do all that there is in her power and muster all her strength if she's going to defeat Priscilla once and for all. 2. Darker than Black. Hei is a contractor for hire, a mercenary of sorts. As the name of the series suggests, it won't be sunshine and rainbows. Hei is ready to do whatever it takes to complete his contracts, even if it includes the death of a friend or a past ally. He's cold and antisocial, prefers to work alone kind of person, and likes to keep to himself. Whenever you see a man clad in black and with a white mask on his face, you better run as far as your feet can carry you, unless you have a death wish. And even then, his meticulous planning will have you falling into one of his traps eventually. He isn't someone to be trifled or messed with so lightly. If you make Hei your enemy, then you should already know that your life is forfeit. 1. Trigun. You know, for someone that has a $60 billion double dollar bounty on his head, Vash doesn't do that much killing. Makes you wonder if the rumors about him being a humanoid typhoon and a stampede that only brings death and destruction with it are actually true. Spoiler alert, yes, they are true. He did destroy a city and did kill hundreds in the process, a tragedy that still haunts him to this day. But what really makes him who he is and teaches us really why Vash is like that, and what makes him tick is the troubled past he has with his brother Knives. After he attempted to, well, wipe out all humans by crash landing their ships on the planet they were orbiting after life on Earth became obsolete, Vash is portrayed as a goofy buffoon that wouldn't kill even if his life depended on it, and his many scars that decorate his body can vouch for that. He's such a complex character that deserves a video on his own just to explain his way of life, his ideals, and what made him like that. However, we can't do that now, so we'll have to cut his story short for today. There you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to like and leave a comment. And if you're new to the channel, you should consider turning that red subscribe button gray. I post regular content like every 2 days or so. Well then, see you guys in my next video.